Okay, guys, welcome to another war. This is war number 4, season 29. I'm taking path 2 as usual. And the champs have bought Nick Fury, Captain Marvel movie, and Human Torch. The first fight is a magic. This fight was a bit concerning, so I even went and adjusted my masteries to be able to help with Lambert for magic, and that did not work out pretty well. Like, it took a lot of damage, even very close to losing Nick Fury's decoy. So yeah, magic can be a pain. Of course, I could have played much better. You see, I'm taking a lot of Lambert damage that a better player would not be taking. But yeah, you see, I finished with what, 35% health. That's a good amount of health lost. So yeah, got that fight. Then moving on. Only had one fight in session 1. I didn't do much in this war. Didn't take much minis or much bosses. Just pretty quick war fights from my side. Next fight is an Ultra one. That's when I was like, okay, I look for it. I was like, I'll be able to charge up Captain Marvel's charges from this Ultra one. I mean, the fight went well, but it took longer than I expected also. So yeah. It's really good to be able to know when Ultron's evade is gonna come. So right here, for example, you know not to attack into him until that evade icon is gone. So yeah, I believe I've either fired as much SP1s as possible to build up the charges, or did I wait for SP3? I don't remember which one I did. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna fire SP2, so I probably waited for SP3s. So yeah, you see the evade icon coming up to the right. Boom, wait for it, and then yeah, it is much better finding Ultron this way than the old way, than you gotta guess. So you see, go for SP3. I forgot how much charges they give. I believe it is between 10 or 15. I think it's 10. Anyways, go for SP3 here to build more charges. And you know, once Captain Marvel is ramped up, there's a lot of things. Yeah, her damage just goes a lot higher. And of course, Ultron ability will just keep gaining health if when Captain Marvel was ramped up. But yeah, hoping to finish the fight by then. You see, 15% left. SP2 just cause they need the charges. I believe I'll block Ultron SP2 right here, and fight's over. Pretty good fight. This next fight was very shaky. I'm like, yo, should I use Torch or should I use Nick? Because I'm like, Nick is very safe. I'm like, I could just heal up Nick and then be safe using Nick. Because, of course, anybody else would look like and be like, hey, man, you got Torch right there, use Torch. I was actually saving Torch for, I forgot who I was saving Torch for. I think the boss, but one of my teammates ended up taking him, which is great. So, yeah, right here I'm thinking if I should use Nick or Torch. I think I decided, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm going to just heal up Nick and go Nick. Worst come to worst, I still got his decoy. Don't want to take a chance and give a death to this 4 like I've been doing. Yeah, one of these deaths might cost us, and just might be this war. Anyways, heal up Nick to the 4, maxed up, and then going in. I'm like, okay, it's only a rank 2, I believe. I don't think it's a rank 3. So I'm like, okay, let me just try to end it quickly. Yeah, if I have any more right here. Yeah, I don't read much about chimps that I don't use, which I should. Like, if I don't use the chimp on the offense, I barely find out anything about it. But I do know for sure that you don't want to, got a little ticking thing once you get to 20. Like, you gotta wait it out. But there's a lot more, I'm sure, if I knew. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mystic Dispersion that made him go to the straight to SP3. I don't know. I was just like, oh crap. Good thing I used Nick instead of Torch. But yet again, you never know. Torch might have ended the fight by now. So yeah, I'm just trying to race against time. 40's about to come where he can't be hit, so I'm just waiting there. And boom. I'm just like, okay, fight's under control. I still got my decoy, and he's under 20% health. So I'm like, okay. I probably should have just bid it out the SP1 right there. Because I believe he goes to another SP3, or does he shoot a SP2? Yeah, he catch me with an SP2. And this one, I was like, oh shit, I'm about to give a death. Boom. If I had SP2 and got lucky. That was the luckiest crap ever. I'm just like, yo, that's just. So, anyways, that fight was concerning, but I was happy I got out of it without a death. This fight was pretty simple. I just had to. I'm like, okay, I could cap Marvel. This shouldn't be no issue. It's a 50% buffet, which is no issue for Cap Marvel's damage against Iron Man Infinity War. So I'm just like, yeah. My main thing with this fight, I was like, make sure when I get my 25 charges, that buffet is already activated so I don't lose my furies. That was my main thing. I started the fight at 22 charges. So I believe the first thing I do is Dex back so I could get that buffet out the way for a few seconds. Right there, buffet, and then charges, and I got my furies. That was my main concern. Once this went well, I was like, okay, this fight is pretty much over. SP2, I was thinking if I should bait out his heavy for my heavy so I could get some finishing charges, but I was like, nah, I don't think I'll be needing Cap Mobile for the rest of the war, so let me just end the fight. I believe I'll go for a combo and then another SP2 to end it. But yeah, this fight was nowhere near as bad as the Ebony Maw fight before this. Wasn't worried about much this fight. So right here, SP2, I believe it finished it. Yep. And that's my path. I was supposed to take a few minis and the boss, but like I said, one of my teammates, he did a great job and took the boss with an Ultron, which was amazing. I think it's my first time seeing APOC being taken down by Ultron. I don't know much about Ultron because I don't have him on offense and I don't use him much. So here the next fight is a thing. I'm thinking, should I go Nick? But I already lost. That's why I heal up Nick. I heal him up and I didn't even use him. I heal up Nick and I'm like, should I go Nick or Cap move it? I'm thinking. I'm like, the boss is already down. Can't afford to give a death. It's a very, very close war. One death might cost us. So I'm just thinking, I'm just here. Nick or Cap movie. I'm like, I already lost Nick's decoy. Nick would be great, but I already lost his decoy. So it's going to be a lot of block damage because you can't stun at this night or at the reflection stun. You can't stun him. I'm just like, I'm going to be taking a lot of block damage. And just to go in there with Nick at 30%, so I'm looking here to see if he has suicide. That might help me make a bad decision if I should go Nick or not. I see he does, and there's a big chance he doesn't have suicide from what his champs look like. So I'm like, okay, you know what, 30% Nick is not going to be enough with all the block damage I'm going to be taking. It'll be great to keep tank charges off with Nick's bleed, but I'm like, 30% health is not going to survive all the block damage. I'm like, you know what, I'm like, let me just go either Torch or Captain Marvel. I'm like, nah, I don't want to use Nick for MODOK either. That's, like, I was just thinking ahead. I don't want to give a death at all. Don't want to use Nick because it's just 30%. I can't risk a death. I could use an Anthem boost, but it's not getting hit. I'm worried about it's the block damage from this fight. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just heal up Cap Marvel, boost up, and I believe I put an Anthem boost on, which end up not helping at all because of the dumb shit I did. This fight went so fucking well. This fight went so well in the beginning, like as good as you want a fight to go. From the from Dang's 100%, I believe, down to like 5 or 10% left. The fight went exactly as you could go. And then all of a sudden I started doing some bullshit. Yo, watch. This fight going so well for like 90% of the time. Like, fight went so well. The last 10% of the time, just like, I just did, like, you see, not getting your power, that's no issue. I'm just like, as long as I get to keep control of his charges, he got 15 charges, make sure you do SP1 or SP2, whichever. So 5 charges, everybody knows how thing work, of course. 15 charges, you got to make sure that he fires at SP, and it's going to be unblockable, so make sure you're ready to dodge it. So right, he's at 15, I'm like, bait out special 1. This is exactly how this whole fight went until the very end. You see Cap Mobile having an easy work, and she's not even at 25 charges yet. Okay, this is good. At this point, I'm thinking, I'm like, should I just break? Because I was going through a cycle where I was going clean. I'm just like, should I just break the cycle and just get Cap Mobile charged up 25 to get some extra damage? I was just thinking about it. So, hey, going for it. Fight as usual. I'm at 20 charges. Dang, rock stack is at 10, about to get him back to 15, and yeah, that's right there. I was just like, you know what? Let me just get Cap Marvel. I probably should have waited to get one with that extra fury, which does make a difference. But that's not gonna be the dumb mistake I make. See, or even this right here, fight going well. Fight is under control. He's at 5. Are they gonna bait SP1? Yep, bait SP1. And right here, before I get him back to 15 charge, I'm gonna make sure he has enough power for SP. Right here, for 14, 15. Get ready to bait SP1. You see, I was not taking no chances. I probably should have done. I wasn't taking no chances hitting the block just in case. Because sometimes the AI, when you hit into the block and thing has 15 charges, sometimes the AI lets go of the block. And then boom, he's unstoppable. So I hit 14 charges. Okay, 4 more, and I have enough thing to get him to a ball power. He's at 15. Perfect. Bait out. I'm out of my binary form. Which wasn't no issue because Cap Marvel's... I'm like, okay, 2 minutes 40 left, and I have close to 70%. He has close to less than 30% left. Fight gonna be over soon. Fight still going well. 15 charges, getting ready to bid SP1. I think this way. Is this way it went left? It might be, yep. Nope, not yet. So right here, this is where the fight is about to go crazy. This is where I start doing some dumb stuff. Right here, I believe I bet I won SP2 first before shit gets stupid. Yeah, right here, 15 charges. I should have hit the block right there. Did not hit the block. I should have hit the block again right here, bet SP2. But this way it's going to cost me. Look at this. The last 10%. Exactly last 10%. Right here, get him to 10 charges. He gonna... Okay. I'm like, okay. He's at what? 11 charges. He's gonna dash back. I should have hit the block and I didn't. 13, 14. He's at 15. Right there. I should have right dash and hit the block, but I didn't. And 4% left. You would think this is an easy finish. Look at all this dumb stuff I'm doing right now. Look at this. Boom. All of a sudden, my back is at the wall. And, yep, fight is over. 4%. And right here, I'm about to parry this guy by accident. Boom. Parry, and I'm stunned. Yeah. And I believe this is the death that cost us. Like, this war ended up finishing 31 deaths to 31 deaths. So each of us give 31 deaths. If I had not died from that fight, we would have won that war. We lost because... it was tied up, so the time differential was what decided the war. I believe we had 12,000 minutes or whatever the time thing. We have 12,000 of those, and they only had 10,000. So yeah, that one loss right here. Going into this Modok fight, I didn't give a f about this fight. I'm like, yo, our BG was the first to finish, so we still had 2 other BGs. But yeah, even though I just feel like that loss I gave, like when I gave it, I'm like, oh shit, that might be the one that decided the war. Once the war finished and we was tied at 31 deaths apiece, and I was just like, wow, that one death I gave to fucking thing really was the decision factor. I believe was the decision factor in this war. I believe if I had not given that death, we would have won that war. But so we took our first L because of me. Of my dumb stuff. But yeah, ain't not much you could do from there. Once it's always out of control, you could do next time we try to play better. Yeah, this Modok fight, didn't really care much about it. I was just so pissed off about the thing. I just started playing extremely aggressive against this Modok, just trying to take my aggression off big head Modok. I'm just like, man, Modok, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault that you getting this punishment. I was just pissed off. So yeah, I believe we ended up having our first loss of the season. We are now we was 3-0. We now 3-1. Those losses hurt. They hurt so bad. Oh man, they hurt so bad. It's like if you lose by like a long shot, you're like, okay, it's whatever. All of us had a horrible war. But when you lose those close ones, oh, those close ones hurt. those close ones would. And of course, like all of us as a BG could have done better and stuff like that. But I just take it upon myself to be like, wow, if I had not gave that one, especially after escaping the Emily Moore fight unscathed, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a good war with no death. And then gave one death, and that one death happened to be the one death that decided the war. That one hurt bad. That hurt bad. Sheesh. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. I don't know, whatever YouTube asks. If you enjoy watching, I would definitely try to keep posting. Thank you again. Later, guys. Peace.